Hi, I'm Reese Carter.
And I'm Jackson Cornwell. And this is
The Worst Year of Our Lives. I think it's turning into the best year of our lives. You want to know why?
Why?
Because someone is leaving the apartment. We're going to have a new roommate.
We are.
Yay!
You know what? Yeah, let's just be straight
so
up.
excited.
Our lease is being renewed on this apartment. There's going to be my dear friend Bella is going to be moving in and replacing our other roommate who is leaving.
Yep.
And we're doing good. Things really are looking up. Like the past so we've been doing hi, welcome to the worst year of our lives. I don't have to say that because we do the intro.
Yeah.
This is episode number 12. We have fallen off of when we first started, we were doing an episode a week. Things happen. We get busy. You left town, I left town. So you know what, whatever. It's been 2 weeks. So what? But when we started things were shitty. And I think things are on the up and up for us. I think things are going 2026, it might just be our year. 5 months in, it might just be our year.
Yeah, I agree. It started really hard, and I mean, every year starts kind of bad because it's the dead of winter,
that's
right?
True.
I mean, unless you live somewhere that's warm, and you know, for some people, like in Florida, it's more of a relief, like January and February. But for us, it was not.
No, it was hard.
Very tumultuous winter season, and it was very depressing.
Yeah, I can't believe I made it.
Yeah. It's when I look out the window and there's no green, like it makes me really sad.
Yeah.
It's very bad for me.
It is bad. It's bad for everyone. Everyone should be. But I mean, at the same time, I do like seasons. Like I was just down in South Carolina, moving my sister out of her college dorm. And first of all, she goes to the University of South Carolina, the most beautiful college campus I've ever seen in my life. Like it's ridiculous, gorgeous trees. And when we were down there, I mean, it was the end of April and it was like 70 degrees the whole time. So like it was honestly pretty comparable to how the weather's been here. But I would miss seasons. Like, cause whenever I'm down south, I just always think like, whenever I'm anywhere, I always like imagine like, what if I lived here? But I'm from the Midwest, so we always vacation in South Carolina. That's where Ohio people vacation. So I spent a lot of time in the South, but I can say with some confidence, like never in my life could I live there. I could, and part of it, well, there are a lot of reasons. Part of it's the politics of it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just don't. I grew up in a very conservative state, conservative area. I can't do it again. Yeah. And the South is even worse than Ohio. And then also, everything moves so slowly in the South. Like it's just like, I don't know if it's the work ethic or if it's just like everyone is more chill. But like if you go out to eat at a restaurant or you go to a store, like it takes twice the amount of time that it takes in New York City, and there's a third of the amount of people. So I don't know how that works. But then the other thing is I like seasons. Yeah. I like the winter and the fall, but they just can't overstay their welcome. And this winter in New York City, in Jersey City, overstayed its welcome.
It did.
It was too much.
Yeah, it lasted a long time. But now it's spring, and we have a lot of flowers over here. Mm-hmm. It's very lush. It's very green. A lot greener than Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
right?
there's not enough trees in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in the downtown area anyway. There needs to be more.
Yeah.
We need more trees in cities in general as well. We do. Like it makes it there's shade. Everyone wants some shade. Makes the air fresher. It's prettier to look at. Like we just need to there's a cat biting my toes right now.
Oh, he's so bad.
He unashamedly just going for them. Are you gonna?
He's trying to get a reaction out of you.
That's exactly what he wants. He wants attention. I feel like we talk about the weather a lot on this podcast.
Do. Well, because we're officially unk.
I think we are. I think that's what it is. I mean, like when you get to a point in life, like that's something that's it does affect your life. Like I gotta check my weather app every day. I've got to know what I'm preparing for. I don't know. Yeah. And also, again, just this winter was really bad.
It was.
In many ways. But I think the weather's warmer out. I think things are improving. We're getting a new roommate in a couple months. But
I'm so happy.
Is that so shady of us? I don't think it is.
I'm not even being shady. Like,
it's just
you know what? We didn't start this. That's what I'll say. We didn't start it.
Yeah, there's been some roommate drama, but now there's a conclusion to it. It's not over quite yet, but the end is in sight. And I think maybe we leave it at that, and then maybe if we should we
We didn't start it.
Do you like my hat?
I do.
So that's going to be Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow.
On a hat. That is my man. That is he was my gay awakening as a child. I have he really was. I had a big old crush on Shadow the Hedgehog. And as a grown up, I guess you could call him my comfort character. I own a lot of apparel with him on it, but I wanted to put on the little hat today. This was a gift from my sister's boyfriend, Leiden. Shout out, because he gets it. But I just wanted to acknowledge and hold space for the hat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Space is held.
I just wanted to, as I was saying before we started, like when we first started the podcast, I was like, I'm going to do a different outfit every episode. And I think I wore in 12 episodes every outfit that I own. So I've definitely worn this flannel before. Sorry, I've worn these jeans probably 100 times on this podcast and in the 12 episodes. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to whip out the hat, switch it up. And also my hair was a mess. So 2 birds, 1 stone. 2 birds, 1 scone, as PETA would say. Feed two. So I'm just going to stop. Do you know what I'm referencing?
No.
So PETA, the animal rights organization that is problematic for, I'm not sure, I actually don't even know why they're problematic. I think but I know that they are. I know that most actual animal activists don't fuck with PETA. But they did a thing once where instead of saying kill 2 birds with 1 stone, you should say feed 2 birds with 1 scone. And instead of beat a dead horse, there was another one that they made up, but I don't remember. But
oh wow!
Just so you can use what do you call that? An idiom? That's an idiom, right?
I think so. Yeah.
An idiom that does not promote animal cruelty. So I did not kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I fed 2 birds with 1 scone, but birds probably shouldn't be eating scones. So that's animal cruelty too. What is a scone? I'm sorry.
I can't with the over policing of language.
Yeah.
Which is like a very common thing right now. Like, yes, we shouldn't tolerate hate speech.
No, or slurs. Right. But
shit like that makes me feel really Republican.
Yeah. But the gag is the Republicans police speech more than anyone else.
That's true. Both
extremes do it. Yeah.
And it's an issue.
It is funny, like obviously, but when someone goes so far to the left that they circle around to being a Republican, the debate and discourse about pornography and there's obviously a lot to be said about the ethics of the porn industry, and there is a lot of exploitation, but it's funny that people that's like a leftist take is to be anti-pornography, but a lot of the time the talking points is just about it's gross and sexual shame, and it circles right back around to Turning Point USA.
What are some common woke phrases?
Well, the therapy speak is a big thing. I just really have to protect my peace, and I really need to
That's the most unpeaceful person you've ever met.
Right. The most the most insufferable person is talking about I just you really need to protect your energy, and I can't even think of an example, but the therapy speak
yes. I'm setting a boundary, and it's just not taking accountability for your actions.
That's a big thing with young people, with the woke people, is a lot of people will justify shitty antisocial behavior by speaking therapy speak. And I think that can be. I'm very pro therapy. I've been in therapy since I was like a little kid, and I think it's a really good thing. But I think in many cases it does enable people. Like if you were someone who is unable to be objective about things, and like you go to therapy and it's just me, I'm the victim, I'm the victim, I'm the victim. Your therapist is only getting one side of the story. Like I do think it can enable bad behavior in some people. So I think that's, I don't know, what else is there?
Unhoused.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I don't. To me, I don't understand. I get it technically speaking. Like if we are speaking of like the systemic issue of homelessness, like it's a problem that there are so many people who are unhoused, but unhoused versus homeless, I don't think one is better than the other, and I don't. There are a lot of people who, like if you say homeless, they correct you and say unhoused. To me, I almost think unhoused takes away the weight of it, because it's like it's not just that someone's unhoused, they're homeless. Like that's heavy shit. Like to me, I think that almost takes away some of the, I don't know, what do you think?
Well, homeless people don't walk around saying that they're unhoused.
Right.
They say, "Bitch, I'm homeless." Like
that's
I'm
true.
living out of my car. I live on the street. Like they're not concerned about such trivial
Right,
things.
the semantics of unhoused versus like no one. Yeah.
It's like, no, that's not gonna fix it. Like you have to get to the root of the issue.
Yeah.
And people will hyper focus on these like little things, and they think that they're doing something. And it's like, you guys aren't linguists. Like did you guys go to school for language? Do you guys know what like you guys aren't? And by you guys, I mean just like the average person who's being like, it's unhoused.
Yeah.
They don't know about, they're not qualified to speak on that even.
Yeah.
Like that's just how I feel. I'm like, you're not educated, and you're trying to make yourself sound educated.
Right.
And
frankly, I'm not educated on it either, but I'm not running around policing how other people speak about it, because I don't understand, because I think the argument is that homeless is wrong and unhoused is correct, would be like the woke argument, but I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with the word homeless. To me, that is like a better way to describe it, because that really hits you, like oh shit, like this person doesn't have a home. That's awful.
Yeah.
So I think people just,
it's trivial. It
is trivial. Yeah, we get, I don't know, I think so much time is wasted when like, especially because anyone who's talking about, like, just as an example, homelessness is like people who care about it and who want the issue to be resolved. Like I want our government to do something about homelessness, because we're the wealthiest country in the history of the world. Right. Nobody should be homeless. That's something should be done about that. But is it productive when we, the people who care about an issue, are having a conversation, for someone to come in and be like, well, actually, you shouldn't even use that word. You should describe it. Like, I just don't think that's productive. Like, and that's just an example, because there's so much of that on the left, of like the infighting and the I want to be the most politically correct and the most woke, and it's just like nobody benefits from that. Like, it just annoys people, and it turns people away from your movement and from your whatever you're fighting for.
Feminine presenting.
Yeah.
Or what is it? Is it feminine presenting or female presenting?
Female presenting. Well, that was big in theater school. Instead of saying male and female or man and woman, they would say male presenting and female presenting. Which, if you ask me, is the same thing with more syllables. Yeah, literally the same thing, but just making it more difficult to, like, and the context for that would be like you're working on a group ensemble song in a musical, and in musical scores, especially older musical scores, typically it's split up. Well, they're, soprano, alto, tenor, bass, but more broadly it's split up men, women, MW, whatever it is, male voices, female voices. But that when you have cast members who are trans or non-binary, or just genderqueer in any way, that those don't work. And also it doesn't work because sometimes there are women who sing tenor, or there are men who sing alto. Like that, it doesn't always work. But so I like in theater school and in the theater world, people, they try to remedy that by saying male presenting and female presenting. And to me, it's the same thing with more syllables. That's not more inclusive.
No, I don't think it's more inclusive. And I think, like, I mean, I guess you don't have to say men over here and women over here, but, like, we had a teacher who would say treble voices and bass voices.
I like that, yeah.
Like, that's nice, you know. That's
treble
cute.
Being soprano and alto, bass and tenor.
But I don't think someone who, you know, and I can't speak from experience, but I'll just say, like, if somebody transitioned into a woman, do they really want to be called, like, female presenting?
Yeah, I don't know. That seems...
Or, because they identify as a woman.
Right.
So, I feel like we almost try to avoid calling trans people by what they transitioned into, and, like, we're trying to erase gender altogether because of the middle, like, it's identity. Yeah, it's all... I saw a thing and it was, like, 10, 15 years ago, like, no, like, think, like, when Caitlyn Jenner came out as transgender, and first of all, fuck Caitlyn Jenner, fuck that lady, evil. But it was, like, a big national... That was the first time as a kid I remember, like, learning what it meant to be transgender and, like, seeing a public figure who was transgender. And that was, like, 10 years ago, not that long ago. And in that time, it was such a non-issue. Like, it was just like, oh, well, she's a woman now, so, okay, she wants to use the women's bathroom. Like, I mean, there have always been hateful, bigoted people, but I think for the most part, most people were just kind of like, oh, whatever. Maybe I don't get it, but whatever, it's not my thing. But the past 10 years, the right has, you know, made trans people, like, the scapegoat for a lot of things and, like, really focused a lot of energy on them. And now it's so polarizing to be a trans person. And then it gets to a point where I'm just like, we shouldn't have to be doing all of this, having all these debates about how do we refer to trans people? How do they use the bathroom? It just shouldn't be that complicated. It should just be, this person says they're a woman. Okay, so we treat them as we would any other woman. That's how I think it should be. Maybe I have radical transgender ideology. In fact, I do. White House over here. I just don't get, like, I saw someone say, like, well, what if we just had a separate bathroom for trans people? I'm like, what does that sound like? Yeah, like, let's think back. What... a separate bathroom, like, just think critically for a but so I don't know. What I will say about the male presenting, female presenting in musical theater is, I mean, I don't know a single... I think when a director, when they say men and women in a show, I think everyone kind of understands they're talking about the characters. Because if I'm non-binary, and I'm not, but if I was, and I'm in a golden age musical, the character I'm playing is not non-binary. The character I'm playing is either a man or a woman, probably, most likely. So I don't think any, like, non-binary actor that I know is going to be offended if their character, who's a man, is grouped into the other men, you know, like. And I guess I don't want to speak for anyone, but it all feels so performative. I just feel like we do it. There's inclusivity and then there's catering, you know? And I feel like, because everyone, or not everyone, but, like, most people, I would say, want to do right by everyone. Yeah. And they want to make everyone feel welcome and, you know, whatever. But I just think it gets to a point where it's like, okay, we're catering toward this very small group of people, and it's past the point of including. And most people who genuinely identify as non-binary don't get upset about stupid shit like that.
Right.
Like, I would say, and not that this is a great thing, but I think most non-binary people are pretty used to being misgendered.
And trans people, I mean, that happens all the time. Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, but if you're secure in your identity, it's not really going to get to you in a crazy way. And like if someone looked at me and said, "You're not a lesbian, you're bi," like, I'd be like, ha ha ha.
Right. I don't care. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I think we I think that's true that we cater. And then a lot of times I don't even think anyone really wants that. Like, I think most trans people, most queer people just want to be left alone to live their lives the way that they see fit. But like, we do a lot. Like, I always think, like, in theater school, and I wonder if colleges still do pronoun circles. Like, is that a thing of the past? Are pronoun circles a thing of the past? I think a pronoun circle is a good thing for the first time you're meeting someone. But like, we were in theater school in the same classes with the same people and the same professors for 4 years, and every semester we're doing a pronoun circle. And at some point, it's just like, no one's pronouns have changed. We all know each other intimately. Do we really have to do this at the beginning of every, like, it just feels performative. And especially like in our class, we didn't have any trans people. That's the thing with like the male and female presenting voices. There were no trans or gender queer people in our class that we know of. I guess, people could come out later in life, but at the time, everyone identified as the gender they were born with in our theater class. And so when we were doing like class stuff, people are like, male presenting, female presenting, treble bass, like, it's just like, I think we should just be able to ask, is anyone in this room uncomfortable with saying men and women? But then I guess you're singling someone out and you don't want to single people out. I don't know. I just think
if you have different pronouns or you want to be addressed differently, then speak up for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really understand the whole, like, oh, we can't single, like.
But also, I do kind of understand it, because it's like, if you're the only trans person in a room and you're sick of constantly always having to speak up for yourself, advocate for yourself, validate yourself, like, to an extent, it's nice if just the fucking theater school speak, the space holds you, and the space can, it's a safe space. Like, I understand that, but I don't know. I mean, it's hard, because the thing is, like, I want to be the wokest person, and I want to outwoke people, because we live in a time where like it's a really scary time to be queer, and especially to be trans. And I'm like, the last thing I want to do is be like, well, trans people, they should like, but it is too much sometimes. Like, sometimes it's just too much, and I think there's such a thing as overcorrecting. And I think diversity and equity and inclusion, all of that stuff is essential and good. But I think there's a such thing as going not too far, but just doing too much, to the point where it's like, no one's going to be offended if most people are not offended if you assume their gender incorrectly. So long as when they correct you, you just say, oh, I'm sorry, and you do better. Like, that's all you have to do. But I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like, for the most part, it's pretty obvious. And I know you shouldn't assume anyone's, like, identity.
Yeah.
Right? But, like, most of the time, it's pretty obvious what someone is trying to go for. Like,
Totally.
Like, if someone's non-binary, not all non-binary people appear like this.
They don't owe you androgyny. No, they don't.
No. But a lot of them give you androgyny.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of them, they look like very androgynous.
Right.
And
the pixie cut.
Because I'm intuitive and woke, I will look at them and be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna say they,
right,
just in case.
If that's wrong, probably they would correct you, and then you'd say, oh, okay, like, and it should that should be the end of it.
They put a lot of work and effort into their appearance and in their identity, and I feel like that's the point. No, like,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm a really old school gay.
I mean,
in a 23-year-old body.
The don't assume my gender thing. I mean, that was so, like, when we were like teenagers, that was like the meme to like dog on queer people, was don't assume my gender. I know so many trans people and so many fucking gay people, too many gay people, frankly. I've never known anyone to be offended by you assuming their gender, because you're right that somebody who cares about their gender and puts effort into how they present themselves, like, they want to be assumed. A trans woman who takes estrogen and who does her makeup every day and wants to like look like a beautiful woman, right, like, she wants you to assume she's a woman. That's what, like, so I've never known a queer person who has genuinely been upset by someone assuming their gender or pronouns. I've never ever known someone to be upset by that. And I'm sure I'm sure it became a meme because there's probably like one video of someone with blue hair saying that, and the people on the right, they take one instance of one thing and they run with it. But that never made sense to me because of course you assume someone's gender. Of course you do.
Yeah.
You assume everyone's gender. There are a lot of cisgender men who have long hair who from behind you might assume they're a woman.
Right.
Or maybe I'm a man with a feminine voice, and my voice is. But like when I was like a kid, before my balls dropped, I had a very feminine voice. And I remember I would be like on the phone for something, and someone would say "ma'am," and because they hear, I was like I had such a beautiful like alto voice. I miss my male alto voice. I could sing. Oh my God, I could sing anything I wanted. And I'm a man with a maybe I'm trans. I'm not. I've thought about it a lot. But people would assume that I was like a woman on the phone, and that happens all the time to men with higher voices or women with lower voices. Like you're always assuming someone's gender.
Well, we live in a society, and there are gender roles, and yes, we are, breaking these systems down, but it's not gonna happen overnight, and it's not.
I mean, I don't think is the goal to be in a world without gender? I don't know if that's the goal.
People, yeah.
I'm sure for some people, yeah. But for me, my radically pro-transgender leftist commie view of the world, my utopia would just be that people can be whatever gender they want, and if that gender is no gender, they can be that too.
Yeah.
But because gender is a construct, it's not real, but it's a construct that's been around forever. So just to act like it's not a thing, that's naive. But people should be able to say, well, I identify more with this gender and I would like to be perceived as such. And there shouldn't be a problem. And it's weird that it's only such a problem because there's been a very effective campaign to make it a problem. I think because again, 10 years ago, if you asked someone, what do you think of transgender people, even a conservative Republican, most people probably wouldn't have an opinion on it because trans people make up 1% of the population, and most of them just want to be respected and left alone. But unfortunately, they have been made the enemy of the political right. And I am radically pro-transgender. I really am. I think everyone should be transgender.
Yes. I agree.
The other thing with like language and policing is like the algorithms speak, like saying unalived. And I understand that we do that because the social media platforms censor content that say suicide or whatever the word is. But like, I just wish we could talk like grown-ups on the internet. Like when I'm watching like a video and someone's talking about pornography, I'm just like, dog. I know you don't want to be censored by the algorithm, but like we're grown-ups. Unalived. I mean, because now it bleeds into real. Like my mom said unalived one day. I was like, whoa, that just bleeds into.
Yeah.
And I get why people do it, but
Sewerside.
Oh my God, sewer slide. I can't. I just because I know that the reason is so it's not censored, but in my head I'm like, is it because that word's triggering that people are saying it? But I don't think that's why. My eyes have been like itchy today. It's like allergies. Allergies, not pink eye. It's not pink eye. My eye's not pink, is it?
No, it's not pink.
It's allergies. Because we went outside today.
I don't know. I don't know what you've been up to.
I don't have pink eye. Oh my God, I don't have pink eye. That would be crazy. Wait, you can only get it once. Can't you? No, that's chicken pox. Because I did have pink eye once as a kid.
You can get it from eating ass.
I wouldn't know the first thing about that. I've never. Mm-mm. No, not recently anyway. No. Ah! Oh my God! I need to kill that bug. What the?
We're playing Jumanji, and I want out of this.
I know bugs in the house. Game.
Oh yeah, we had So I was gonna film a solo podcast last week, but I never got around to it because we had an ant infestation upstairs.
I was not here.
Upstairs in our bedrooms. or they were trying to come into our bedroom.
In the hallway.
Luckily, we saw them right when they decided to move in with us. Whatever. It was horrible. It was terrible.
I don't like bugs.
I had like really high blood pressure. Like I could feel, I was just so freaked out. I was like, the ants are going to take over.
I'm sorry I wasn't here, but I'm also glad I wasn't here.
It's okay. I was really jealous of you. I was like,
sorry.
It's okay. We don't. It's fine. But
now I'm like itchy. Every time we talk about it, I just like feel like they're all horrible. Over me.
I'm starting to feel like we signed up for a game of Jumanji, and I don't like it. I don't want to play Jumanji.
I don't either.
I wanna relax. I wanna lounge.
So I went with my mom to South Carolina last week, and we picked up my sister from her dorm, and it was nice, like, to be away from the city and the hustle and the bustle for a little bit. I mean, I do love living here, and once again, I could not live in the South unless it was in like one of the cities. Like I went to like it just amazed, and like no shade to anyone from the South. I'm like because people down there I don't think are bothered by it. I mean, I think it's when you're a northerner and you go down south, I think everyone notices like just how slowly everything moves. Like my mom wanted Subway the one night, which I don't like. I don't like Subway. I think Subway's nasty. No offense to any Subway eaters, but I went and got it for her because we were driving all day, and I was like, I'll go get you Subway because my cousin and I my cousin lives down there. And we were seeing them. She and I got ramen. My mom didn't want ramen. She wanted Subway. So, there's the context. I went to Subway. The Subway... Well, first of all, everything is so spread apart. They're in Columbia, South Carolina, which is the state's capital. And the downtown is kind of comparable to Pittsburgh. I mean, it's a smaller city, but like, you know, it's like a little... Like the downtown, that's where the school is. It's a little more hustle bustle. But... where my cousin lives, it's like, you know, suburbs and strip malls, and you have to drive 20 minutes to get anywhere, which I hate that. Yeah. So I was driving to the Subway that was like 15 minutes away from her house in a gas station. This was like a weird experience, and I wrote every detail about it in my notes app, because what I like to do is when I experience something weird or cinematic, I write it down. Because I'm like, I'm going to write this into something someday. I'm so artsy. I have so many notes apps of like random moments. But this Subway was in this gas station in the middle of nowhere in South Carolina. I'm the only car there. I go in. There's this lady sitting at the table with a turban. And I walk in and she says, greetings and salutations. I'm not even funking this. She says, greetings and salutations. It was crazy. She was very nice. And I was like, oh, hi. And I walk up to the Subway counter and she goes, welcome to Subway, eat fresh. Which I thought was really funny. And I was like, oh, are you working the Subway and the gas station? And she's like, no, the Subway, the kid who works Subway, he's in the back. I'm sure he'll be out soon. So I just sat there and waited for the employee to come out of the back. He comes out, stoned out of his mind, the Subway employee. Which... Understandable if you're working at a Subway and a gas station. I mean, you got to get through it somehow. However, I just look. I'm a marijuana user. I've been known to love a marijuana edible. I love them very much. Actually, I couldn't work after taking an edible. Couldn't. There's no way I could take a gummy and like go do a shift. I would die probably. I probably would not come out of that alive because I would be so stressed and so. But I've known people. I've had coworkers in the past because you know you work in food service. It's not that serious. As much as restaurant managers like to pretend it's that serious, it's not. I've had coworkers who get high and come to work and they do a good job and they come in and they, you know, I could never do it. But if you're able to do your job and do it well while you're stoned, who cares? You're getting paid minimum wage. Who gives a shit? Yeah. This individual at the Subway in the gas station in South Carolina was not a high functioning pothead, I would say. So he comes out and he goes... He asked me what I want. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I have my mom's order written down here. So I pull it up on my phone. He goes, how many sandwiches are you getting? And I'm like, oh, just one. It's just for her. Because I think he thought I was pulling up a list of a bunch of sandwiches. So I tell him she wants an Italian BMT, I think they called it. And he's like, okay. And he gets started on it and he goes, so which kind of sandwich does she want? And I was like, the Italian BMT. He asked me 4 times what kind of sandwich she wanted before he even started making it. And after the 4th time, he's like, I'm sorry, you're probably so annoyed. I've asked you so many times. And I'm like, no, it's fine. I'm sure you've had a long day. I work in the industry, so I get it. He's like, oh yeah? And I was like, oh yeah, like I work in a restaurant. I didn't tell him it's a restaurant in New York because he couldn't even begin to know the restaurant in Jersey City, New Jersey is what I mean to say. It's much higher caliber than what they're doing in Columbia, South Carolina. Very competitive industry, very cutthroat. But I told him I'm in the industry, so I'm like, I'm sure you've had a long day. I get it. He goes, yeah, something like that. And then he starts talking about, he's like, I'm not going to be here much longer though. And I'm like, oh, he's like, yeah, I hate this fucking job. I can't do it anymore. As he's making the sandwich, I hate this fucking job. I can't do it anymore. I've got to get out of here. I'm going to get out of here and do. And I was like, yeah, good for you. I was like, being supportive and nice, as he's making the sandwich. And then what else? Oh, and then at the end of it, my mom wanted some cookies. I got the cookies, which I don't like Subway sandwiches, but their cookies are good.
Yeah.
A Subway cookie's good.
Yeah.
So I got some cookies, and he puts the cookies in the bag, and then he goes, "Did you get cookies?" Literally, like a second afterwards. Like he was in another realm.
Yeah.
And I was like, I should have just lied and said no, but I was like, yeah, I got 3 cookies. Like he had literally just, I swear to God, put the cookies in the bag, goes over to the cash register. Did you get cookies? Craziness. So anyway, he checks me out. It was nice. It was cute. And then as I'm walking out, the lady with the turban looks at me and she says, "Have a prosperous evening." What the fuck? And I left that Subway feeling like I had just entered into the back rooms or something. And it was cool. But that is I took a long time to tell that kind of boring story.
No, I don't think it's boring. Maybe both of them were high on something that...
Maybe.
That didn't sound like... Do you really think that was weed?
I guess I don't know. I mean, just because he was like so slow with it, right. That's why I thought it was weed. I guess it could have been...
Maybe it was a mixture.
Maybe, yeah. Because although, but the other thing is that like weed isn't legal. Like you can't go to the dispensary like you can here. So they have like smoke shops where you get like Delta 8 weed, which is I have when I lived in Pittsburgh. That's how it was in Pennsylvania. Like you can't get real weed. You have to get Delta 8, Delta 9, and it'll get you high, but it's not like. I never liked that shit. Like, it gives me a headache. Like, I never liked it. But so maybe he was on the Delta 8 and he was not doing well. But it was a very weird experience. But that's just how it is. If you're in the South, you go somewhere and it takes impossibly long for anything to happen, and it drives me crazy.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is very slow. I always said Pittsburgh, there's no sense of urgency.
Yeah. No one...
very frustrating.
That's very true.
It's like I had fire under my ass, I was like, okay, I'm here to go to school, go into class, and people would just take up the whole sidewalk, like one person taking up the whole sidewalk, walking in the middle.
Nothing makes me more angry in the world.
Yeah. I had to walk in the street a lot in Pittsburgh.
I do that here too. Only in Jersey City though, not in Manhattan. They know what they're doing across the river. But in our neighborhood, I do that a lot. I have to walk in the street because there's some idiots taking up the whole sidewalk.
Yeah, that should be illegal. You should get a ticket.
Just stay to the side. That's all I'm asking. They should get a ticket. Yeah, if you're gonna take up the whole sidewalk and make everyone have to like, I just don't get it. I don't understand.
Even when I'm relaxing, I have a sense of urgency. Like when I get to my destination, I can enjoy my walk while like walking quickly.
Yeah.
In fact, I enjoy it more because I'm like...
Me too.
Like, I'm going,
Well, I put my headphones on and I'm listening to my faggy like dance music that's all 120 BPM at least. So like when I'm walking, like I'm having a good time and I'm like strutting to the beat of the music, like... So maybe that's why, but I enjoy it too. I don't ever feel like I'm like rushed or anything. I just thought when I'm walking slowly, I feel like I'm like, this is wrong. Like this is wrong when you're walking and then you just come to a still and you're like, okay, this is the pace we're going at now. Okay. Like that's wrong.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do have to check myself. I forget who I was with. Someone was visiting, and we were walking, and like literally, like there were no reservations. There was nowhere to be, but my instinct is to walk so fast, and like I was like, wait a second. I'm like, we don't have anywhere we have to be. Like, let's slow down. There's no need for me to go 60 miles an hour, right now.
Yeah, I just feel like I don't like to. Maybe this is it. I don't like people. I don't like to be around people that I don't know. Like, I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm out in public.
Let's get to the destination.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, it's hard for me to be around strangers sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's not because I feel like, oh, I'm in danger or anything like that. It's just like,
well, because people suck.
Yeah.
They... Like, not everyone, but, like, when you're somewhere like this where it's so densely populated, like, when someone does something that sucks, like, you notice it. Like, it's like, what kills me here is the electric bikes and the electric scooters. And the way they ride them on the sidewalks, and, like, nothing makes me, literally, nothing makes me...
bad, bitch.
Yeah. Nothing makes me hate humanity more than when I'm on the sidewalk and someone comes up behind me in their electric scooter and they ring their bell at me like I'm in the way. I'm on the sidewalk. You should be on the street. You're in the way. You're in the wrong lane.
There's a bike lane.
There's a bike. Every street has a bike lane. Every one of them. And you know what? Those people who ride those electric bikes and scooters, they don't abide by traffic laws. They run through red lights all the time.
I know. It's crazy.
You don't get to get the perks of jaywalking and riding an electric vehicle. Right. That's not fair. That's not right.
It's the worst in Central Park.
Yeah, that should be a peaceful, nice place. Why are you ruining it with your...
And then there's a horse and a carriage.
Oh my god! And the tourist bikes where they're playing like K-pop Demon Hunters on the speakers, and they're like riding tourists around. We're going up, it's our moment. And over here we have the Friends Fountain. Everyone, like, gee whiz.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and yeah, you have to like. Okay, you might have the walk sign, but you have to make sure that no bikers are like personally trying to kill you as you're walking, because I don't know what it is about those damn bikes.
There's a sense of entitlement. They feel entitled.
They're very entitled
to things. And look, I get it. Like, thank you for making an eco-friendly commuting decision. I'm also eco-friendly.
Right. I'm using walking. My legs.
Yeah. So if you want to be mad at a car, let's all be mad at the cars. We have a shared enemy, and that's the cars.
Right.
But we pedestrians and you e-bike, e-scooter riders, we're in the same boat. Yeah. On the same sea.
It drives me crazy.
Me too.
It's just like, okay. And I do this thing, and maybe I'm like messing with fate, where I'll just walk. I'm like, I have the right of way, so.
Oh, I am the king of it's the right of way. I have the right of way.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, well, I'm gonna go.
If I get hit, I have the right of way. I'll see you in court, bitch.
Yeah.
And if I get hit,
or in hell.
Exactly. See you in court or in hell if the accident kills me. But an electric scooter is not going to kill you. It's just going to hurt. I hate those things so bad. I've seen so many people like wipe out on them too. And no one wears a helmet. Why is everyone so against wearing helmets? What's wrong with the helmet?
They're invincible.
Apparently, you're not going to... I'm not going to ride a regular bicycle without a helmet, and certainly not an e-bike or e-scooter. I had... okay, so I'm going to have to cut out that whole part. So how can I transition to this next topic? So here's what I'll do. We were just talking about about people we went to college with, of course, and talking me shit. I had a lot of... So that's what we were talking about before now. But we had to cut it out because that's not appropriate for the podcast. When you're like a freshman in college, when you're like a young, like 19, whatever year old, like... You have a lot of because you're just so horny all the time. Yeah. Like, I look back on like the men who like I was obsessed with when I was like 18, 19 years old, and I'm just like, why were you wasting so much energy on that? And I know you relate too.
Here.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The amount of the tears over the most mediocre people, like
the tears,
and in some cases, ugly people.
Some of you bitches are really ugly.
Like, there was a person who I was obsessed with, and he didn't even use conditioner in his hair. And you could tell. You could tell. And I look back on that time of my life. I was going through something. I wasted like 4 months of my life on that man. Yeah. I was 18 though. That's what you do. That's what you do when you're 18. Stupid shit.
You just want to be loved.
All you want is to be loved.
You're constantly yearning, and it's all you care about.
And so horny. I mean, I was like, and I like at the time I never had done anything sexual or intimate, so that just made it like even worse, because it was like I had these desires that I had no experience with, and it was like, and I really did want to be loved, because it was like you like at that age you like fixate on one person. It's like that person, I want that person.
Yeah.
But you know, we grow from those experiences.
We do.
And then you have higher standards.
Yep.
So that's a good thing. But I look back, or sometimes those people who I would be obsessed with would come from my feed, and I'm like, why was I spending so much energy on someone who looks like that? And I only say that because in those cases, those people were assholes too. Like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, being an asshole makes you ugly. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
It's gonna show up physically.
It is.
And I don't know. Some people just get uglier and uglier as they get older. I'm like, okay.
It's true. It's very true.
Can't relate.
Me neither. Sometimes I wonder that, because I look at pictures of me from like 5 years ago. I look very different.
Yeah.
I think I've gotten hotter though, but it's a different way. Like I did experience twink death. I used to be like a real twink. You know, and I was cute. I was a cute twink, but then it happens. You know.
Yeah.
You lose the 28-inch waist, and I not in college, but when I was in high school, I had a 28-inch waist, which I don't know if that means anything to you but like
I don't know.
I don't know how I ever had that, but I did at one point, and I don't miss it because I don't think that's me. Well, not me. What am I talking about?
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore, but I am sexier in a different way. Mm-hmm. Not that I was sexy as a teenager, because I wasn't. I was a teenager. I don't know what I'm talking about. Can I get in trouble for objectifying my past self? I don't know.
I mean, it's you.
Yeah, it's me.
I was cute in a different way, too.
You used to have the blowout.
I had a blowout.
And you were beautiful, and you're beautiful now. But in different ways. Like, it's...
I'm a woman now, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm a lady. I'm a grown-up.
Ooh.
I pay bills.
Unfortunately.
You know.
Unfortunately.
I got stretch marks on my ass. On my big fat ass. It just keeps getting fatter and fatter.
That's maturing. That's what adulthood's all about.
Yep.
It's funny, like, looking back at old pictures, because what I was, like, the ages of, like, 15 to 19 to college years, like, I would look in a mirror and I hated the way I looked. And I look back on it and I'm like, I was the cutest little twink in the world. I'm like, why are we so hard on ourselves?
I know. I would do the same, and my mom would tell me, you know, one day you're going to look back and you're going to be like, I was so cute. I was so pretty. And I do. I look back and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, if I could go back in time, like, those bitches who had something to say about the way I look, like...
Yeah, fuck that.
It would be over.
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways it is over for those people, because they're all ugly. And
why does it always happen like that? That's just always how it is.
Karma's a bitch.
I wish all the time, like, I could go back and, like, hug my, like, teenage self and just, like, tell him, like, you were beautiful and, like, but he'd probably think I was a creep.
Oh.
Like, get away from me. You're so old.
Ew, stop. Why not?
Yeah. I know, because our parents tried to tell us and we don't listen.
No.
You never listen. But they're right.
My mom would... My mom would tell me things like that, and then she'd be like, your hair looks bad. So, I don't know.
She was trying to help.
Because I had this mane forever. But we didn't know what to do with it, because this mane is, I think, mostly from deadbeat dad's side.
Yeah.
So
Your mom didn't know what to do about the curls.
no, she did not. That's okay. We live and we learn.
Yeah, you learn. Curls are hard, and I'm still on my curl journey, because when I was a kid, I always, like, my mom got me a buzz cut, like, every year from the time not exactly a buzz cut, but very short.
Yeah.
From the time I was a baby until I was 13 years old. And at that point, I was like, one of my friends, my friend Chloe, said to me, because she's, like, the aesthetic artsy queen, and she always has, like, even when we were, like, in middle school, like, she's always been, like, so put together and, like, beautiful, and she said to me once, like, Jackson, you need to grow your hair out. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I've always cut my hair like this. I'm 13 years old. And she's like, you need to grow it out. Just trust me. And I did. And then I found out I had curly hair. I literally never knew everyone in my family does. So obviously I do. But I never knew, because I always cut it so short. So I was kind of late to learning how to deal with curls. And I'm still learning in a lot of ways. But I've come a long way on my curl journey.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Sometimes you just need someone to tell you what to do. And then I grew it out. She said, I told you. And I said, yes, you did.
Yeah, people would be like, why don't you wear your hair curly? I'd be like, because I can't just roll out of bed and wear it that way.
Yeah,
like,
it takes a lot.
It is high maintenance, even though it looks low maintenance, when you're finished with it.
That's the thing. Yeah, like it look. And then I met, like, I mess with my hair all the time. I know I do it on the podcast all the time. It's just so...
Always.
Because, like, all the and then, like, when you have curly hair and you step outside and there's one gust of wind that's literally like not even, it doesn't have to be a gust, like a breath of wind. That's all it takes. And your hair is ruined for the rest of the day. And, like, that, like, nothing makes me more angry in the world. And then, like, I'm walking down the street, I'm, like, fixing my hair as I'm I go crazy about it.
Yeah.
But it's just, like, you don't want to look bad. But I think when you have curly hair, you have to accept it's not always going to look perfect.
No.
It's
and that's okay. And even when I blow it out, if I go outside and it's humid, or if water touches it, it's not gonna stay.
Yeah.
So it is
no
what it
matter
is.
How much product you use, no matter how much hairspray you put in there.
No, I have to chemically, like, castrate my fucking hair. I have to chemically castrate my hair in order for it to be straight.
That's the title of the episode.
Perfect.
Chemically castrated. Maybe that's the title. Maybe not. Maybe we'll get a strike on our account for that. It's true. You really have to put in the work.
Yeah.
You wanna? What's the Britney Spears song? All I know is "You better work, bitch."
You want a hot body?
Yeah.
You want a Bugatti? You want a Maserati?
You better work, bitch. That's the only part I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her. What's your favorite Britney Spears song? Do you have one?
Not off the top of my... Ooh, Me Against Music with Madonna.
Hey, Britney. I love that song.
All the people on the floor. They see ya. I wanna see ya.
That video.
Oh, yeah.
That video. Oh, Madonna.
Madonna's making a comeback. I'm so happy.
She is. The song with Sabrina Carpenter, that's a hit.
It's good.
It's on the chart. She's Mama Madonna, she's charting in the Big 26.
Yeah.
And I think Confessions 2 I think it's going to eat.
I do too.
Based on the first two singles.
I'm really excited.
I'm really excited too.
We have to wait until June, right? Or
July. But what I'm thinking is I have to imagine it's a dance floor album. I have to imagine there's going to be midnight release parties. I have to imagine Madonna's going to make an appearance at a midnight release party. I have to imagine if she's going to make an appearance at a midnight release party, it's got to be in New York City. Mm-hmm. Because Confessions on the Dance Floor 1 features the song I Love New York. So I just have to think. And so I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I'm so excited for that album. And I'm like, I hope, like, what if she comes and, like, does, like, like a thing. And then like, I'm very excited for it. I love that first album. That I mean, it's not my favorite album by her, but it's up there, top 3 for sure.
Yeah,
I love that album.
We love Madonna over here.
We do. I love her. That's Mama.
Mama Madonna.
Mama. Thanks for watching. We will try to do an episode again next week. We kind of fell off of the once a week thing, but it just, shit happens. And I'm going to try to be better. We put our hands on it exactly the same time, I think. I want to watch that back. I need to be better about the social media too. It's just been the past few weeks have been hard. So I'm going to try to clip this episode, maybe clip some of the past few episodes. It's just hard. Now I know why people use AI for everything. I should just ask it. I'm not going to do it because I have morals and I'm not going to ask a chatbot to clip my fucking shit. But sometimes I do understand why people do it.
Yeah.
Because it's stupid. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please do make sure to
give us a big thumbs up.
Subscribe and comment. And let us know what your favorite Britney Spears song is. And do you say homeless or unhoused?
Tell us in the comments below.
Have a great day.
Okay, bye.